Have you ever stopped to think about what's really inside the Korean language? It turns out there's this whole hidden layer, a secret history, really. And today, we're going to peel it back and look at the words that time has tried to erase. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Do you think the Korean language is written entirely 100% in Hangul? I mean, that's what we see, right? Well, the simple answer is nope, not even close. And the real answer, that's where we find the secret soul of the language. And to really get why, we need to dive into this story. It's like a tale of two different scripts, both living and breathing inside Korean for centuries. Okay, so when you look at Korean, you see Hangul. It's that beautiful scientific alphabet everyone knows, created back in the 15th century. But there's something else, an older script, kind of lurking right under the surface. And this script has profoundly shaped what Korean is today. And this right here, this brings us to the heart of it all. We're talking about the Hanja that's hiding in plain sight, right inside the Hangul you read every day. All right, get ready for this because this number is wild. The source material we're looking at points out that about 65% of the entire Korean vocabulary is based on Hanja. Yeah, you heard that right. That means only 35% is native Korean words and other loanwords. That is a massive, massive majority just hiding there. So what is Hanja, really? Now, this is super important, so let's be crystal clear. We are not talking about Chinese characters. The source material is adamant about this. Think of Hanja as a shared classical script, a common writing system used all across East Asia for centuries. It's a shared heritage, and Korea has been part of that tradition since ancient times. And listen, this isn't just some dusty academic thing. These Hanja-based words are everywhere. I mean, if you've ever learned Korean or even just watched a K-drama, you've used them. Words like hakgyo for school, sikdang for restaurant, or pumo for parents. Yep, all of them have their roots in Hanja. So here's the key takeaway. Hangul is amazing because it writes out sounds, right? It's phonetic. But a huge chunk of the words it's spelling out actually carry these older ideographic meanings from their Hanja roots. It's like the character itself holds an idea, not just a sound. And honestly, that's one of the reasons Korean can feel a little challenging sometimes. It's like the language is operating on two channels at once, sound and this deep inherited meaning. Now, having these two scripts intertwined for so long, well, it had a huge consequence. And it's kind of a sad one. A lot of words were just lost to time. You see, over hundreds of years, these Hanja-based words became the standard for things like government, literature, and academia. And as that happened, a lot of the beautiful, pure native Korean words just faded away. They fell out of common use and were replaced by their Hanja-based counterparts. So you have to wonder, right? Where did all those words go? Did they just poof and disappear into history books forever? Well, not exactly. It turns out you can still hear their echoes. They're alive and well, preserved in the regional dialects spoken all across the Korean peninsula. Just look at this. It's incredible. Let's take the word for a chick. That word in the middle, that's the standard Korean one you'd learn from a textbook. But look at all those words surrounding it. Those are all different, pure Korean words for chick that are still used in various dialects. It's like a living museum of the language. Let's dig into some more examples from the source, because this is fascinating. In standard Korean, you say oksusu for corn. But in some dialects, they use the native word, gangminye. A spoon is sutkarak, but you might hear sukar. Oh, and this one's great. The famous rice wine, makgeolli, is also known as takbagi in some places. And the thing is, these aren't just slang words. They're often the original Korean words. And this pattern just keeps going, especially with family terms. The standard word for mother, 어머니, becomes 어머니 in some dialects. Oppa for older brother can be 올해보니. And check this out. The word for a married couple, bubu, is actually a Hanja-based word. But in some regions, they use the pure Korean term, youngju. You know, this linguistic shift wasn't just about everyday objects or family. It was bigger. Even the land itself got renamed. We're talking countless native Korean names for villages, mountains, rivers. They were all overwritten with Hanja-based names. It literally changed the map of the country. Okay, so after all this history, what does it mean for today, for the future? Well, that brings us to the final and maybe most important part, the case for revival. The source we've been looking at makes a really passionate argument here. It says these dialects are not just, cute regional variations. They are a priceless cultural heritage. They're like treasure chests, preserving all these unique, pure Korean words that got pushed aside by the mainstream language. So what can be done? The source lays out a pretty clear two-step plan. Step 1, we have to preserve these pure Korean words that are still hanging on in the dialects. Step 2, we need to actively bring them back, reintegrate them into the modern language, and make the language even richer. There's a quote from the source that just perfectly captures the passion behind this movement. It says, "If we could reach a stage where all Hanja-based words are replaced with pure Korean, the status and value of the Korean language would be greatly elevated." Wow, that is a bold, powerful vision for the future of the language. And all of this leaves us with a really deep question to think about. What is it that truly defines a language? Is it its purest form, the original words from its very beginning? Or is it the whole story, the rich, complex, sometimes messy, beautiful journey of its evolution over centuries? Something to think about.